how's it going? Marlon here with Team 11 and Gaming, bringing you guys another deck profile. This time on the new Machina structure deck that just came out yesterday at the time of recording this video. Machina Madness, and by extension Machina Gadgets, was the very first competitive deck I ever played back when I started playing, so these cards are pretty nostalgic for me. This deck can put up some pretty formidable boards, and OTK going second, as well as play on your opponent's turn. So with that, let's just get into the profile. Okay, so to start off, we have 3 Machina Citadel. It's the new boss monster of the deck. He has a quick effect during the opponent's turn. You can blow up a machine monster you control and then destroy all monsters the opponent controls with less than or equal attack to that monster. He also has a graveyard effect. If you blow up an earth machine monster, you can special summon him from the graveyard. Most of the time you're going to be blowing himself up, but sometimes you can blow up like a Gizmek or some other bigger monster you have. So 3 of him. These next 2 I'm going to cover together because they have very similar effects and stats. So they're both level 8 earth machines, and they both have the same effect where you can discard a Machina to special summon themselves from the hand. Irradiator, he has an effect you can target a machine monster and then special summon a Machina from your graveyard and then destroy that monster. That's a once per turn during your turn. This guy has a quick effect during the opponent's turn. The same effect where you can target it and destroy a machine monster, but this guy specials from the deck with a level lower or equal to the monster that you destroyed. So what you do during the opponent's turn is you blow himself up or any other monster and you special summon this guy, and then you blow up their field. So 3 of each of those. And then you have 3 Machina gear frame. This guy's a Stratos, searches for any Machina, and he has a secondary effect that he can union equip himself, but that doesn't come up too often. You play 2 Machina Fortress. So Fortress, you can discard any machine monster that exceeds level 7 or more, and then you can special summon him from the hand or graveyard. So 2 of him, and then he has another effect where if he's targeted, you can, on resolution of that targeting effect, you discard a card from the opponent's hand, and then if he's destroyed by battle or by card effect, you destroy a card on the field. This one does target, I believe. So what you can do is just randomly just something blow up a monster and then you special summon Citadel from your graveyard. Just 2 Possess Storage. What he does, he can bounce a Machina you control to bounce a spell or trap on the field. And then if he's normal or special summon, you can special summon a Machina from your graveyard. So what you do with the Air Raider, you can bring him out during the opponent's turn and then special summon another guy to float. Then that's it for the Machinas. For the scrap package, 3 scrap recyclers, 1 golem, and 1 O-line. Thinking about maybe switching this out to Jet Synchron, because sometimes you want to pitch the Machina Citadel to get it in graveyard to trigger off the scrap combo. This is a very important part of the deck. That's how you do most of your big plays, through Scrap Wyvern, and then you can go into IP and do a bunch of other things. And then 3 Jizukiru. Right now I'm blind seconding with the deck, but there's a card coming out in Eternity Code, Machina Gear Crunch or something like that. But that one's level 9. It's the same effect as Gear Frame, but you know that the Edco's not coming out until June. So for now, I'm just playing these because you can pitch these for Machina Gear Frame, and also just clears problem monsters versus that Emancipator and stuff. 2 Super Express Bullet Train. There's an extender. If you control nothing but Earth Machine monsters, you can special summon him. And if it was sent to the graveyard that turn, you add a machine monster, an Earth Machine from your deck, from your graveyard to your hand. Sorry. And what's his name? This guy's also a level 10, so in some cases you'll be making Gustav Max or the Super Adora guy that attacks like a bunch of times. So 2 of this guy. And then for the last monster, playing 3 Gizmek. He's just a good extender and helps OTK. And he's also a level 8, which is important with all the other monsters because of the extra deck. And that's it for the monsters. Next for the spells, I play 3 Trade-In and 3 Pot of Desires. These are just the draw cards. You play a bunch of level 8, so this just works fine in the deck. And you play multiples of everything. so you don't care if you banish it. Just sometimes you just hold this before you scrap combo, or sometimes you just have to do it even before, and if you banish the golem and the O-line, oh well. Just as long as you don't banish the golem, because you can still do the combo just by dumping this instead of O-line. And you play 3 Machina redeployment. So this card lets you discard any card, search 2 Machinas, or you can discard a Machina monster, search any 2 Machina cards. So this card's very good because most of the combos you have are 3 to 4 card combos to make big boards, but otherwise you're just floating during the opponent's turn and you just need to access the big Machinas as soon as possible. So 3 of those. And then for the last card in the deck, 3 Urgent Schedule. And like I said before, I blind second with this deck, and this card just lets you bring out Scrap Recycler and Machina Fortress or any other monster you need to bring out from the deck to combo off. You can only attack with machines the turn you activate this effect, and it also has another effect when it's set. What I like to do is just set it and start scrap comboing and then destroy this. When this set card is destroyed, you're at a level 10 machine, so you can add Citadel or Jizukiru if you need to. So that's a really good utility with that card. And that's it for the main deck. 41 cards. That's my favorite number for deck building. So for the extra deck, you have IP Masquerena, Scrap Wyvern, and Nightmare Phoenix as your link 2s. I think these 2 are very important because most of the time you're just playing on your opponent's turn using this and the Machinas, so you can just make what you need depending on the situation. This, like I said before, just sets up your bigger plays and just lets you end with like these 2 and you just go from there. And then for the link 3s, Blackluster Soldier, all of you guys are high level, so it's very easy to use other effects. Nightmare Unicorn to use with the IP, Appaloosa again for the IP, then Zero Boros and Abomination for the last targets to make. So this, you use the boss monster and you trigger his effect once, so you blow up their field and you can blow up a back row or something. Zero Boros I just make versus Eldritch, just because you need to banish all that stuff. Cause I can't just send the stuff to the graveyard because they'll just banish it and set it again, and there's no point. And then next turn you can just bring this back and kill them, because between Gizmek and Desires you banish a lot of cards as well. And then Boral Sword, make them with the scrap package. Then for the rank 8s, play 1 Dingirsu, 1 Draglubion. Draglubion is very good with the new Master Rule, and I play these 2 number monsters to make with him. So Hope Harbinger negates a spell, obviously. And then Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. He's good for getting rid of untargetable monsters, because you just negate everything on their side of the field, and if they activate another effect when you attack, he just gets to attack again and he gets a boost. And then for the last 2 monsters in the extra deck, Gustav Max and Lieb. Your boss monster is level 10, and so is the other train guy. And it comes up enough to where you can make this more reliably. Some other cards I considered in the extra deck were Skulldread, Bomber, Platinum Gadget, Evermax, and Borload. And then once the Mega Crunch guy comes out, you can play these 2 to make. The side deck is pretty generic, just 3 Nibiru, 3 Twin Twisters, 3 Dark Ruler, 2 Chalice versus Shadal and other random stuff, 3 Evenly, and 1 Red Reboot. You try to blind second, but they make you go first. There's still some combos you can do if you open Scrap Recycler, or you just set up on some Machinas and you float. So right now I show you the combos. So for this combo I'll show you some variations, so I guess there's multiple combos at once. So what you're going to need is Scrap Recycler, and then it's not too uncommon to have multiples of these, so between the draws and the desires and all that. So you'll just open with Citadel and Redemption right here, or Redeployment. Use effect of Scrap Recycler, So I do this first in case they imperm or ash me. I can just pitch this since there's 2 Machinas and still go into Wyvern anyways. So we'll just say they didn't. So go ahead and pitch O-Line. O-Line affects summon a token. And from here I'll pitch this. Pitching Citadel. Add 2 Machinas with different names. And I'll use the Irradiator, pitching Aerator. Special summon itself from the hand. And then I'll use his effect. He'll destroy himself to special back the Aerator. And this will trigger Citadel on my graveyard. And then from here you just do standard scrap combo. So let me get in there. Scrap Wyvern. Then use effect to bring this back. Misses timing, destroy it. Special summon Golem from the deck. Second. Golem is summoned and Scrap Wyvern pops again, so you destroy Citadel for next turn to bring off of that. Then use that. And summon. Use a Recycler to send Gizmek. And then from here, it just depends what you're playing against. So here's 2 different end boards you can end on. You just make these 2 into IP. Right there. And then what this lets you do, you play during that opponent's turn. You go shock on this and special summon 1 from the deck, so you blow itself up. Special possess storage. And then you go Chainlink 1 to special summon a Machina from the graveyard, and Chainlink 2 Citadel. So you'll special summon this guy, the Irradiator. So what this leaves you on is this guy is for next turn he'll bring back a body. You can IP into whatever you need to. You can make Appaloosa, you can make Zeroboros, Unicorn, or Abomination. And you can trigger the Zeroboros with the Gizmek in your graveyard. Or if you want to make Abomination instead, this will make them with 2. And then you can use his effect to destroy, I don't know, like, let's just say himself. Blow up their board, and then you can blow up a spell or trap or something with him. And so let's go back a little bit and show you what you can make with another board. Okay, so you still have the same setup with scraps. So what you're going to do right here is you can make Appaloosa instead. So it's Appaloosa, and then you banish for Gizmek. And then overlay these 2 wherever you want, just because that's the rule. Make your Glubion. This is going to detach the Gizmek, and you'll special summon Hope Harbinger from your extra deck and attach the Galaxy Eyes Tachyon. This board's not as good, but it's it threatens lethal next turn because you have the Gizmek too. So that's just another variation of the board you could do. Like I said, I think the first board is a lot better because you float and you have more resources for next turn. So that's it for the combos. I hope you guys like the profile. Like I said before, this is a very nostalgic deck for me, and it was cool to mess around with it again. Like and subscribe for more content, and that's it. Malevolent signing out.